Hello, my name is Tiffany Cook, and welcome to my video snapshot of my Capstone campaign for Convergent Science and their software Converge. It's entitled Increasing the Eye on CSI. Now, the mission of this campaign is to elevate the role of public relations in the development and growth of the organization. And we want to do this through creating mutually beneficial professional relationships. And by doing this, the hope is to establish and execute objectives to increase brand awareness, execute marketing strategies, and start to develop that positive corporate image for Convergent Science. Now, starting with the goals, this campaign has established goals that, number one, hope to increase brand awareness, and two, create a strong marketing strategy, and then three, build a strong company identity. And we want to do this with established markets and new markets through social media and marketing tactics that engage those audience. Now, in previous research throughout the Capstone, we've identified that the need for Convergent Science is to have a stronger online presence and create more engaging content for existing customers and prospective customers. Creating and developing these relationships will not only help Convergent Science further engage existing customers, but they can also leverage those relationships in those established markets to generate customer interaction with new markets as well through getting feedback and also creating content that those customers are looking for. Now, the specific objectives will be focused on brand awareness, marketing, and identity. And the first of those objectives is to increase the awareness by featuring one case study per quarter and promoting those findings through social media to engage new and existing customers throughout the month. Number two is to increase brand awareness through monthly print advertisements in electronic format to generate 50 pre-qualified leads by the end of the year. Also, the third element is to create local awareness by distributing press releases to local media about upcoming customer appreciation events, and also have at least one of those media outlets actually attend the event. Now, for the strategies, we did a little research, and according to an article on entrepreneur.com called 12 Strategies for Promoting Your YouTube Videos, John Rich lists tips such as promoting your videos to people you know, which in this case would be our existing customers. It also mentions PR techniques such as press releases to contact bloggers, industry editors, and reporters, just to use that and generate free media coverage. Now, these tips directly correlate with the ideas presented and also provide a strong foundation that these strategies will be effective for Convergent Science as well. The first of these is going to be the strategies is actually going to be to develop a calendar of potential case study topics. Number two would be to increase the presence on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and ask for feedback so that some of those case study topics can be based on what customers are asking for. Thirdly, we'd like to create a more consistent message. So we'd like to utilize existing graphics and existing media elements across different platforms. So for example, a print image may work well as a banner ad, or a banner ad may work well for print advertising as well. We also want to start to utilize promotional reports geared towards case studies to distribute to industry media contacts quarterly. 89% of reporters use blog for story research, and 65% use social networking sites. And that's according to a recent study by CCON and George Washington University. So that, as I stated before, directly correlates to what the strategies are that are set for CSI. Moving along, for our tactics, we like to reference Forbes magazine contributor Michael Belikov and just kind of define tactic. And a tactic is defined as a tool that you use in pursuing an objective associated with a strategy. So we've already discussed our strategy and objective. So the tools we'll use are as follows. We want to create an image simulation contest. to increase the traffic on Facebook. We also talked about some of those ads we'd like to use to cross promote about different along different outlets such as print and on the web. If you look here, I have an image that's readily available for the company to use. And then also we want to promote those videos through Facebook and Twitter. Um, and then finally, um, Forrester research that was presented on PRSA tells us that 91% of B2B buyers also read blogs. So, by making sure that our information is readily available to industry bloggers, industry leaders, this will allow for CSI's information to get out there fairly quickly. And finally, we're going to measure the success of this campaign in 4 different ways. The first is going to be electronic format analytics. So some of those print ads that are going to be available in electronic formats, those organizations are going to be able to send us monthly analytics on who's clicked through the ad, information that they've captured, such as companies, web addresses, things of that nature. Number 2, any of the trade shows or industry events that CSI hosts or attends, we're going to be able to take that registration information and utilize that and add that to our existing customer base for promoting our videos and different advertisements. Also, at this point, there's been no feedback really on any of the websites for CSI. So as we start this new campaign, then we should be able to see some feedback as well, some comments by the customers as well as shares. And then we'll also be able to gauge this by the number of followers from the start of campaign to the end, or the number of shares of information from the start to the beginning. If we find that this isn't working, then what we're going to do is just make sure that our message is very consistent. This will be gauged on a monthly basis. We're also going to make sure that we're listening to feedback. And if we're not getting any, then we're going to try to just encourage that a little bit more through maybe expanding our base, expanding the number of customers that we're actually reaching out to. And then we also want to make sure that we are targeting our existing customer base, because we do have those relationships already in place, and we really want to try to exploit that and use that to the best of our ability. So that's going to wrap up my snapshot. I hope it was informative, and thank you for your time.